Hey Marcus, second and final fire sequence. Hello everyone, welcome to your Vinyasa class for today. My name is Katrina, for those of you who don't know me. So the theme of today is generating heat, so stoking our internal fire. You know, this is going to increase your vitality, increase your immune system, so really set the intention of today's practice with that in mind. For those of you who are familiar with Ujjayi breath, I'd like you to practice that. So bear in mind that when you are practicing your Ujjayi breath, you just should feel a slight closure at the back of the throat, and you should be able to hear and feel your breath like the sound of the ocean. So if I was to do it, it would sound like this. So this not only calms the breath, but it increases oxygen to your body and also helps to generate heat, which is really useful for your fire sequence. So we're going to stand at the front of the mat to start. So just come into Tadasana. So the toes are lightly touching at the front of the mat, heels are slightly apart, palms facing forward, broadening through the collarbone, back of neck long, and your spine long, base of the spine extends towards the floor. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths, connecting with your breath. Really finding your feet on the mat, grounding yourself. Blinking open the eyes, hands to heart center. We'll start the practice with one collective Om. Let's begin. Inhale, sweeping the hands high, reaching towards the sky, and hands through heart center, flowing, folding forward towards the earth. Uttanasana. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here, letting your day drip away off your spine, lengthening your spine towards the floor, grounding through the sitting bones. Either hanging your hands towards the earth, or you might like to link your elbows, hold your elbows. Give your head just a little nod or a little shake, just to release the muscles in your neck. Just releasing the hands to the earth. Inhale, coming into a half lift, back of neck long, thighs are switched on, and exhale, forward fold. Placing the palms on the mat, just step back into a high plank position. Broadening through the shoulders, index fingers are tracking forward, hands and the feet are both connected to the mat. Lowering down on an exhale, low plank, rolling over the toes, and inhaling into your up dog. Rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest, and lifting your gaze. Tucking the chin as you roll back over the toes and push back into your first down dog. So you might like to just walk your dog, so taking one heel to the floor, then the other. Broadening through the back of the chest, rolling the armpits in to face each other, grounding through your sitting bones. Pressure should be on the index finger and on the thumb there. Taking one more inhale. Exhale completely. Bend the knees and jump to between the hands. Inhale, coming into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, Utkatasana, chair pose. Squeezing the knees, toes are touching, weight back in the heels, and lengthening the tailbone towards the floor. Shining the chest upwards, broadening through the collarbone, lifting your gaze. to your gaze. That's it. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Jump back. Exhale, low plank. Inhale into up dog. Exhale, roll back into down dog. Inhale, exhale completely, and dropping to between the palms. Inhale, coming into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold, surrendering to the mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, sweeping the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale as you lean forward and lengthen the body. And exhale, hooking the left elbow over the right knee, coming into a twisted chair. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale as you increase twist. Taking your gaze to your mat, keeping your twist, and take your left foot to the back of the mat, coming into a twisted lunge. Either stay here, open your wings, or taking a bind. So reaching the left arm underneath the right leg, and either reaching for the fingertips or for your right wrist. Using your bind to create leverage, rotating around, rolling back that right shoulder, pushing the mat away with the back foot, releasing the hands, and inhale into your crescent lunge. So the front knee should be directly over the ankle. So you might need to hop forward a little. That's it, great. Pushing the mat apart, stretching the mat apart with your feet, lifting the back heel, lifting that back knee, rounding through the tailbone, and bringing the weight into the front foot as you launch into Warrior Three. This is a fierce pose, generating heat. Let it stoke your internal fire. Rotate that back thigh downwards towards the ground. Just dropping through that left hip. Good. Lowering the hands to the floor. We're going to come into standing splits. So your chin tucks towards your chest. Back of head draws towards the earth. As you kick that back leg higher, see if you can get a little bit higher. And exhale to the mat. Good. Just lowering down into Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, back of neck long. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping into Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen the body. And exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, twist a little further. Creating leverage with your palms at heart center. Taking your gaze to the mat. And this time, stepping the right foot back into a twisted lunge position. Either stay here, open your wings, or taking a bind. So repeating whatever you did on the opposite side. That's it. Grasping the fingers and rolling your top shoulder open. Good. Seeing if you can take your gaze a little higher, stretch the mat apart, lifting that back heel. Releasing the hands and sweep on an inhale up into crescent lunge, making sure that the front knee is tracking directly over the ankles. So bring it forward. Good. And stretching the mat apart, lifting that back heel a little higher, hiking it up. Wonderful. And launching into Warrior Three. Good. Rotating that back thigh down, dropping through the right hip. A little bit lower. That's great. Foot should be flexed at the back. And lowering the hands to the floor. Coming into your standing splits. So kicking that back leg up a little higher. Good. Tuck releasing to the floor. Great. Just come into just your forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. And exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, roll the shoulders back, lifting the chin. And exhale, down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, as you bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the side body. And exhale, twisting to the right. This time, you're going to come into side crow, your arm balance for today. So just bringing your hands to the floor beside you, shifting your weight into your hands, right knee over the elbow, and lifting your feet, getting a bit of air time. That's great. Well done. 3 breaths. And lowering the feet to the floor, Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, twist into your left. Placing the palms on the floor beside you. Coming into your side crow on the other side, squeezing the knees together. 3 breaths. Creating strength, generating heat, remembering your breath, remembering your Ujjayi breath. And bring the feet to the floor. Just coming into a forward fold. While you're here, we're going to do Padahastasana, gorilla pose. So tucking your hands underneath your feet, palms facing upwards, elbows are wide. Inhale as you lengthen the spine and exhale, coming into a forward fold, using your bicep strength to draw your head towards the floor, tucking the chin, lengthening the tailbone. Releasing the hands and just toe heel your feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Placing the palms, jumping back into high plank. And pushing straight back into your down dog. Inhale. And on the exhale, jump through your hands to come into a seated position. Great. Going to come into shoulder stand. So just very slowly roll all the way down to your mat. So palms and hands are just on the floor. Just raise your legs so that your hips are at 90 degrees and feet are pointing up towards the ceiling like you're standing on the ceiling. Great. Either stay here if you're in the first few days of your menstrual cycle, or come into full shoulder stand. So from here, drawing the feet and the hips overhead, walking the shoulders in underneath you, hands come to support the lower back, and extending your feet upwards towards the ceiling. Toes are flexed, thighs are switched on. Hips draw towards the back of the room and your thighs draw towards the front of the room. So just trying to draw your hips a little bit further that way and your thighs over towards the front of the room that way. So a little bit further that way. Great. Flexing those toes. Now I don't know that you have enough room for plough here, so we may skip it this time. Okay. Slowly rolling down to the floor, keeping the legs straight and over your head for as long as possible, lowering all